Greetings! Today I show you how you can install my UMP-45 prefab in Unity. So first things first, make sure you have the Muji shader installed, because that's what the materials will be using in the end. So the entirety of the main gun will be used in Muji. If you would like to change that, up to you, but that's the standard shader it comes with. Then next thing is Avatar 3.0 Manager, or anything remotely close to where you can merge FX layers and parameters. Something else like VRChat would also do, but just anything where you can just simply merge FX layers together and merge parameters together. So once you've got the prerequisites in, you simply open up the Unity package of the UMP-45 and import everything. Once you've got everything imported in, then you'll have the new folder called Focus0/UMP, and in there you'll have a bunch of new stuff. And the most important thing that you're going to use now is the master prefab of the UMP-45. You simply drag that onto your avatar, so it sits like right there, and is in the hierarchy like this. Then you right click on it and unpack the prefab completely, open the prefab itself, and then drag everything outside, and then delete the master prefab afterwards. If you feel like the UMP is too small or too large, this is the point where you can decrease it or increase it in scale. Excuse me. And until it fits. Let's put it like this. There you go. That'll do. And then you can start moving around the parts to make it fit. In this case, we start out with the holster position. We'll rotate it and twist it around until we see it fit. In this case, I'll just do it like this. There you go. Call it a day. Make this a little bit smaller so it doesn't look ridiculous. There you go. Alright, so then you go click on the UMP-45 and do the holster to 0 and do the right to 1. And you grab the UMP-45 right object, move it to your right hand, and then make sure it fits the hand. Once you've done that, like this, then you right click on the transform of the UMP right and copy the component. Then you go to the UMP-45, set the right to 0 and left to 1. Then go to UMP-45 left, right click the transform and paste the component values. Then go to the X value, add a negative to it, and then rotate the object by 180 degrees. That way it will perfectly fit into your left hand. And set the left to 0 and holster to 1. And then we go in with the mag's right position. So you grab the UMP-45 mag's right and fit them until you see them matching your hand. What I recommend doing is you make sure that the bullets are pointing towards your fingertips, otherwise this may not be working. Let's put something like this. There you go. Then I right click the transform again, copy the component values, Then you open up the UMP-45 prefab, go all the way down to magazines offhand, set magazines, the UMP max to left to 1 and max right to 0. Go to UMP-45 max left, right click the transform and paste component values, add a negative, and then rotate around the objects. There you go. Now that you've done that, go open the magazine's offhand object and disable these two magazines. Then you go click on the UMP-45 pouch and place it somewhere where you see it fit on your avatar. It can be on any bone, by the way. It doesn't need to be on chest bone or anything, or on the hip bone. You can just place it anywhere because that's where you'll be grabbing it if you have the fistbone mode enabled. Something like this. Then the last things that we have to position is the aim constraints. So we're going to use aim right and position it somewhere over at the right hand where we see it fit. what I recommend, if I recall it from my last time when I set this up on my avatar, is to have the aim constraint about at the top of your index finger, and somewhere like where, like essentially at this area, so that the UMP-45 grip sort of kind of encases your gets encased by your hand when you grab it. So you put it there, right-click the transform, and copy component. Go to aim left, paste component values, and add a negative to it. Now that you've posed everything correctly, now it's time to drag everything where it needs to be. In this case, I'm gonna open up my armature. I'm gonna drag the UMP-45 pouch into my hip. In this case, I'll drag the UMP holster because I placed it in my chest position. I'll put it in my chest. Then everything with the right, of course, goes into your right hand. And then everything that is left goes into your left hand. Then you can close the armature, hide the UMP-45 prefab, so that it's no longer visible on the avatar by default. And then you go to your VRLabs 3.0 manager or VRC Fury and add the FX layer. By clicking Animator to merge, you drag in the UMP-45 FX layer, and then merge on current. Then lastly, you go over to the parameters of your avatar and drag in the UMP-45 expressions parameters, copy the parameters, and then you have everything set up for your avatar. Only thing you're missing is going to your avatar's expressions menu, adding a control, name it something like UMP-45. You're free to give it the icon that I have provided in the files. Make sure it's a submenu, and then select the UMP-45 menu. Make sure it's the menu, not the optics, otherwise you'll only be able to select attachments. And there you go. Now I've got your UMP-45 set up and ready to go for your avatar. Thank you for being interested in my prefabs, and hope you have a great day. See you around. Bye bye.